everyone, welcome to another fun video today with me. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stamping Corner. Today I have this really cute little gift. This uses the Elephant Parade bundle, which I have right here. Let me show you this one. This one is super cute. It's in our annual catalog. I just love these little elephants. It comes with dies with the bundle. Such a cute little stamp set. Alright, today we are making this little matchbook little notepad holder, and inside are these little elephant little post-it notes. They are so cute. So let me show you what they look like when you get them, and I'll try to put a link on Amazon where I got these. I found these on Amazon. I was looking for fun little elephant treats, and I found these little elephant post-it notes. Now they're pretty small. They're a lot smaller than I thought they would be, but I think they're pretty cute. So I'm actually just going to put this whole thing in our holder here. So I took it out of the plastic. You can remove this whole stack from the little cardboard that it comes on, but I thought that was, pretty, it's nice to just leave that in there for a gift. So we are going to make this. It closes up like a little matchbook. It is so stinking cute. So let's get to making this. We'll set this aside. We are going to get out our Simply Scored. We're going to do some scoring first. I'm using Balmy blue cardstock, and I have a piece that is 3 by 7 3/4, and we are going to score it at 3/4, 4 1/4, and at 4 1/2, and that's it. Easy peasy. You can make a bunch of these. You can get a bunch of these out of one sheet of cardstock. I think you get 3 of these out of one sheet of cardstock. So you can make a bunch of these. This would be great for like an office gift. This would be really fun. So just give all of those score lines a burnish. The best thing about this is that there is no trimming. We are just going to assemble. So this will fold up just like this. So it kind of makes a little short little triangle, just like a matchbook. Okay, so we are going to actually staple our little post-it notes inside. Now you want to be a little bit careful. You want to get this close to that score line down there, but you want to make sure that you're not going to staple his feet. So I'm just going to go ahead and close that. My staple's not going to be completely centered. It's going to be a little bit off. And I'm actually going to hold my stapler upside down so that the smooth part of my staple is going to be on the back. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So this is the rough part of my staple. So the smooth part of my staple is on the back. That way when you give this as a gift, it's completely smooth on the back and nobody's going to, cut their hand or anything. And we're actually going to cover this up so that rough part of that staple is going to be completely hidden. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere a few things on here before we do the rest of our work here. So I have a piece of Balmy blue, which I have die cut using the stitch sleeves, and this piece, I didn't even measure this piece. This is 2 7/8 by 3 1/8, and this is going to go right on the front flap here. And all of my measurements will be in the video description, so don't worry about writing anything down. And I have a piece of DSP here. This is from our In Colors. This is Parakeet Party. And this little piece, let me give you the measurements real quick. This is 5/8 by 2 7/8. But again, all of these measurements will be in the video description, and they'll also be listed on my blog, so you can always check that out. So you can see that this will close up nicely, just like that, and the staple is completely hidden. Isn't that cool? Isn't that fun? What a fun gift. And I mean, this is really cute. You can decorate this any way you want now, but we're going to do a little bit of stamping and die cutting. So let me grab my little elephant here. This is the one that looks like he's kind of walking. And I'm just going to stamp this on a piece of scrap white paper, basic white cardstock. And before we put our ink pad away, we're going to stamp the greeting. This one says, "Oh, what a happy day." And I'm just going to stamp that on the other side down here. We're going to trim that out. So, all right. Put that aside, and let's do some coloring. I just have gray granite, and I have the dark petal pink. And I'm actually going to start with the dark petal pink. I'm going to do the inside of his ears. And I thought that looked a little too pinky pink, so we're actually going to kind of tone that down a little bit, but by putting this layer on first, we're still going to get that pink undertone. So let me grab my dark. We're going to add our dark areas. So let me open up both of these though. So behind his head here on his body is going to be dark. On his back here, his ears, where they overlap his ears, on his head is going to be a little bit darker. And then I did some dark lines right along his trunk here where he's bending it up. Down here his back legs are going to be shadowed. His little belly is going to cast a shadow a little bit on his little tummy here and then just around. So just some random places. Well, not random, but I mean, give it a little bit of thought. And we're going to just color that. Let me switch to my brush tip. I'm so used to using my bullet tips, and I prefer my bullet tips, but sometimes when you have a little bit of a bigger area, it's good to switch to your brush tip. Just kind of, you cover more ground quicker that way. But we're getting into some smaller areas, so I'm going to switch back. So whatever you want to do. And I think actually my gray granite is, especially my gray granite light, I think I'm almost ready for a new one. I need to place a big Stampin' Blends order. Celebration is the time to do it because you're going to get lots of free stuff with your purchases. So if you are finding that you need some more Stampin' Blends, or maybe you want to get into Stampin' Blends, Celebration is the time to order some of those because you're going to get lots of extra benefits. With every $50 you spend, you get free product. All right, now I said we were going to tone down that pink a little bit, so with my light, I'm just going to go over it once, just like that. And that's going to tone it down a little bit, but we're still going to get that nice little pinky tone, all right? Super cute, that's it. That's him colored. All right, I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine. And I've already die cut him. We're not going to die cut him today, but we are going to die cut a couple other dies in here. So I'm actually just going to grab my mini one. And let me pull this in here. I have my mini plates here. So I have a piece of Parakeet Party here. We're going to cut the grass, and then I have a piece of crumb cake here that we're going to cut the peanuts. So let me grab out our dies. So in the dies, there's actually 2 sets of grass, which is great. We can cut both of them at the same time. And then there's this super cute little peanut die. So we're going to die cut this one. Die cut all of these all at once. And if you needed to die cut your elephant too, make sure you run that through as well. So we have all of our little pieces here. And our little peanuts. You can see these little peanuts are so cute, and they have lots of super cute texture on them. So they are so cute. I think the peanuts, if you're a fan of peanuts or you have somebody that is a fan of peanuts, I think that the peanuts alone are worth these dies. You can make lots of things with just those peanuts. All right, let's get these little grass pieces out. All right, get rid of those. All right, we're gonna set our peanuts off to the side. We don't wanna lose those, they're pretty tiny. All right, now I have a circle here that I have die cut from the Layering Circles dies, and we're gonna put everything on here. Now, if you wanted, you could die cut your grass pieces with some adhesive sheets on the back, but I'm just going to adhere them down onto my circle. I'm just gonna put one on one side and one on the other, and I'm not adhering the top blades of the grass, I'm just adding some adhesive to the bottom. You could use a glue dot if you want as well. All right, for my little elephant, we're going to add just a couple little dimensionals here. Peel those off, and he's just gonna be walking through the grass. Just like that, okay? So cute, let's get him onto our little book. A few dimensionals on the back of him. And where did my little book go? Here it is. We're gonna set him on here on the front, just like this. And we're gonna take 2 of those peanuts, and I'm gonna actually put them up on dimensionals. So I'm just gonna take my scissors, and I'm just gonna cut from my dimensionals just a little strip, and then cut 2 little pieces off. You could also use mini dimensionals, but I think with the mini dimensionals, you'll also need to maybe cut them in half. So I'm just using just the ends of my dimensional edges there. You could die cut these with adhesive sheets if you didn't want to do dimensionals at all. That would be just fine. And we're going to stick one kind of right there, and we're going to do the other one. Put that away. We're going to do the other one just kind of balancing on top, just kind of like he's balancing some peanuts. Just super cute. So we'll just kind of tilt this one that way. Isn't that cute? Okay. Now we have our greeting piece. I'm just going to use my little paper trimmer, and I'm actually just going to kind of even this out just a little bit. I stamped it a little crooked, but you can always even that out. So, and there we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you have a label punch or die, you can even use that. I'm just going to trim the end at an angle. And I'm going to adhere this down. And I left some space on the left side of my greeting because we're going to add that last peanut there. So this is just going to go right onto that bottom flap there, just like that. And then I'll cut one more little tiny piece of dimensional for that last peanut, and we'll adhere that down. Okay, so we get one more little peanut here. And then we just have our finishing touches, which I think are some of the funnest parts when you're stamping. I'll just put that little peanut down there. Isn't that cute? So cute. All right, just a few little extras here. Let's open up our flap. There we go. And I'm going to put some of our white baker's twine. This comes in our Essentials baker's twine pack. If you were making a bunch of these, you could also use the gray or the crumb cake twine that also comes in that pack. Any of those would also go. You could even use black too. Really, any of the colors in that Essentials twine pack would be great. All right, when I'm using baker's twine, I like to tie it in a knot first. That holds everything in place. And I just go in and tie my bow. And I'll just trim off the ends there. Just a nice little loopy bow there. And then we'll tuck this back under, just like that. And a final finishing touch, I have these Fine Sparkle adhesive back gems. These are in the mini catalog. They are with the little gnomes, but I sure love these. I've been using these a ton. These are probably one of my favorite embellishments in the mini catalog, and we're just going to add 3 of those. I'm on those a little high. Move that one down. There we go. Just going to add 3 of those, and that finishes up your little notepad holder. Isn't that cute? So inside is those little elephant little notepads. This would be such a good office gift, teacher gift. Anybody. I'm going to keep these, one of these in my purse to keep it around in my car. Every time I need to make a little note, I'm going to have a little note, post-it note to do that with. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. It helps my business grow, and it's free for you, and you never miss a video. If you are shopping, please make sure to check the video description. I have a monthly host code in the video description, as well as all my shopping links. All right, guys, have a fantastic week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.